I think I'm going to try some mood reading. Is that even allowed? Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and today I am doing my official May TBR. Like I mentioned in the intro, I'm going to actually try to do more of a relaxing, slightly mood reading type of month, which I just feel like I have a lot going on in my life, and I just feel like having like set plans is just going to be a bit much for me. So I'm trying to have a lot less pressure on myself and actually read for fun. Who does that? No, seriously, I'm really excited because there's so many books I do want to read. However, I'm just not, I'm not promising anything. I'm not making any type of like video plans around these books. I do have one in particular, but that's really it. But we'll see how this month goes, and maybe that's what I need to do in my life. So, but let's move forward. So let's first talk about the Sleep When I'm Dead book club pick for the month of May, because I know I'm going to read that one. I want to read it so bad right now, but I can't, and I'll tell you why. So if you didn't know, I run a online book club called Sleep When I'm Dead here on my channel, and every month I have a co-host from like another creator come on here and we talk about a book and we actually interact with you guys. There's also a Discord linked down below where you can check us out, chat about the books, see future things coming up, and yeah, you should definitely check it out because I do have quite a few plans coming up for this summer. So for the month of May, I will actually have my really good friend Summer here on my channel, which I'm so freaking excited because I just love Summer. Like ever since I started talking to her on Instagram, we've kind of just became like really good friends, and we actually had a whole girls trip, so I'm so excited to have her here on my channel. So the book we will be reading is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose, which I'm really excited because I love Geneva Rose. I think she's not only is she like a good author, but I think she's like a really funny person. I love watching her like TikToks and her Instagrams and things like that, and her husband's really funny. So, but yes, this is her newest release. I think it just came out in April, so perfect timing. It's out, you can get it. But I did want to also show you, I got mine at Target. I don't think this is like a Target exclusive thing, but look at that. Like, hands down, that's amazing. So I don't know too much about this one. I know she has been openly saying it's an Airbnb murder romantic suspense mystery type of book. What I remember, it's about a woman going on a vacation. She goes to this Airbnb, I think it's Wyoming, and this guy kind of runs this ranch slash farmhouse, and I know she's suspicious of him and he's suspicious of her of something that happened to the last tenant that stayed at the Airbnb. That's all I really know. I love a good romantic suspense if it's done correctly. So I'm really excited about this one. The live show will be here on my channel at 8 p.m. on May 25th with Summer. So make sure you grab a copy. We also have the chapter breakdown in Discord, so you can chat with us throughout the month leading up to the live show, and you can also submit your questions, so that way if you have a question about the book that you want me and Summer to answer, or for the overall community to answer, leave that in Discord. Also, sorry about like the weird like setup of my bookshelves. I did get a second bookshelf. I do have quite a new books on my bookshelf, so I will be doing a spring book haul, so that is probably gonna be my next video up, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But I'm still trying to figure out how I want to organize having two bookshelves. So moving on. So moving on to 6 books that I've already read. If you didn't know, my friend Keisha actually has her own readathon called Bookathon, and she had it hosted with Kendall from Bookphoria and Hope from Hope on the Coast. And I did participate, but I did not like actively participate. Like there's no reading vlog, I didn't do like any of the challenges or anything like that. So, but I did pick up some Spooky Milgrave, but this is more nostalgic reasons. So I think these books are like, if you were growing up in the 90s, you know what these books mean. So I picked up actually 6 Goosebump books. So the first one I have is Stay Out of the Basement by R.L. Stine. They're all by R.L. Stine. This one I remember iconically watching the TV show, but I never actually read the book. This one was also my favorite growing up. It is The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Loved this one. This is still my favorite one that I read out of the 6. And then I have Welcome to Dead House. If I'm not mistaken, they're not numbered, but I'm pretty sure this is the very first Goosebumps book. Correct me if I'm wrong, but loved this one as well. This one I remember watching the TV show episode, but it is One Day at Horrorland. Never read the book, so very excited that I crossed that off. I remember growing up in like elementary school, early middle school, like Goosebumps were the thing to have or watch, even the movies, but it was very hard to get your hands on them, so to read them as an adult, chef's perfection. I also remember my library had the Choose Your Own Adventure books, and these were so much fun because I never got to read these, but I heard like my friends way back in the day like reading these and saying like how awesome they were. So this was such a fun, silly twist. I have Night in the Werewolf Woods, so this one was kind of fun. And then this one was my favorite out of the 2, which is Trapped in Batwing Hall. So this is, oh, these are numbered. So this is number 3 and this was number 5. So I think there's only 5 out there, and these were the only 2 that my public library had. But if you don't know what these Choose Your Own Adventure books are, they're so much fun. But literally you literally start, there's no chapter, you start right here, and then you continue to read to the bottom, and it says go to page 2. So you flip to page 2, go to page 3. This one says hurry to page 100. And then on page 100, after you read this page, you can either go to page 17 or go to page 91. So it's literally like you are flipping through the book and choosing your own adventure. So are these kind of childish? Yes. Do I really care? Not really. So for spooky, like middle grade, here are the 6 books that I got. Also, if you are also curious about reading some Goosebumps books, they're on script, audio, and I think the ebooks, but I had the physicals obviously, but they're a great way to like boost up your Goodreads goal. So yeah. All right, moving into some romances. I actually have 3 books I want to talk about, and I love this little like color scheme these spines have. Like, that's beautiful. So the first one I want to mention is The Rehearsals by Annette Christie. This one I'm actually buddy reading with my friend Gwen, who I mentioned quite a few times here on my channel. This is one that we both like randomly found out that we both had a copy of, and we're like, we should totally read this. I was like, yeah, but I really want to read it in spring, so May is the time to read it. This one is about 2 people who are getting married, and then something happens at the rehearsal dinner that the couple decide to completely call off their wedding, and it's kind of like a Groundhog's Day of, I guess, right before the rehearsal. So, and I guess they try to fall back in love with each other. So sounds super cheesy, but it sounds like a perfect May wedding in my opinion. So really excited to start this one today. The next one I plan to read is The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. This one me and Lena picked up when we were on that girls trip that I mentioned. And this one sounds so freaking cute, and we decided to do like another buddy read. So I think I'm going to include that with The Rehearsals, kind of like a buddy reading with my friends, some romances. That's like the only video that I can think of right now. So, but this one sounds really cute. It is about, it's very bookish. First of all, sold. This one says a shy bookworm enlists her charming neighbor to help her score a date, not knowing he's the author she's been corresponding with in this sparkling and heart-fluttering romance by Christina Forrest. So, sounds like the perfect matchup. So very excited about this one. It's got New York vibes on the cover, so I'm excited about this one. And then the last romance I have on my TBR is Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortin. This one was actually gifted to me by my friend Danielle. Thank you so much, Danielle. This was actually a birthday present. She pre-ordered this for me, and I just got it in the mail this week. So again, thank you so much, Danielle. I loved Every Summer After, and I just knew that I was going to like Carly Fortin's writing, so I'm so happy to have a physical copy. But I'm not sure what this book is about. I know I have the physical copy, I know I have the audiobook, and I'm just ready to see what this one's about. But can we take a second for the cover? Gorgeous. I believe it's one that, if I remember correctly, I saw someone on TikTok say this was a right person, wrong time type of story. So I'm thinking like a second chance romance, which I do love some of those, so very excited. So yeah, I think I'm going to do like a romance reading vlog, reading these 3. Like 2 of them will be buddy reads, and then obviously I will just throw this one in there. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. Okay, moving on to some thrillers. I know this is the 3rd time it is on my TBR, and you guys, I just really want to wrap my head in the story using the audiobook, but it is The Last Word by Taylor Adams. This finally came out, and thank you to William and Mark for actually sending me a finished copy. Now I feel like I really have to read this book, and with the audio available on Scribd, I'm going to actually read this book this month. So yeah, I won't spend too much time on this book because I've mentioned it so many times. I actually did a giveaway in my last monthly TBR, so congrats to the winner, but now I have a finished copy. And then the last 2 books I want to talk about is this one I actually got on the girls trip, but it is Saint X by Alexis. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name, but I know Hulu has adapted this into like a TV series, so I definitely want to read this. And I keep thinking like, oh, this would be such a great summer read, but I keep thinking about it and seeing the ads on Hulu, so I definitely want to get to this sooner rather than later. So based on what the TV show like advertisements are telling me, it's about a family that went on vacation somewhere, I'm assuming in the Caribbean, and you have like a very much older, maybe like 16 17 year old teenager who goes missing, and then her body is found. It was ruled as an accident, but the younger sister, who is like in the show, she looks about 9 or 10, decides to dive more into her sister's murder case because it was just ruled as an accident. So, and she doesn't feel like it was. So I'm very excited. I love like dual timelines, and I'm hoping this one delivers on that. And then the next one I've had on my shelf for quite a bit. I think this was a birthday present or a Christmas present, and I'm excited to finally get to it, but it is In There He Kept Her by Joshua Maholing. Maybe, I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but this one I have been very much interested in, and I'm so happy to have this month to try to make myself read this one. This one is giving me like, it says, when 2 teenagers break into a house on a remote lake in search of prescription drugs, what starts as a simple burglary turns into a nightmare for all involved. Emmett has secrets he's been keeping in the basement for more than 2 decades, and he'll do anything to keep his past from being revealed. As he gets the upper hand on his tormentors, the lines blur between predator, prey, and protector. So I'm assuming based on the title that there's a female in the basement. I love the whole like, don't look in the basement, don't look in the attic, just don't look there premise. So yeah, this one sounds like it's kind of heart pounding. I think this is also a little bit more horror than thriller. I could be wrong, but this is a book that I'm very excited about. Alright guys, those are all the books on my May TBR. So far, with the help of my Goosebumps books, I'm off to a good start. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you subscribe. It really does support my channel. And if you made this far, let's leave a flower emoji of your choice. I really like this pink one, but if you like the sunflower, the tulip, whichever one you like, make sure you leave a flower down in the comment section so I know you made it through the whole video. And yeah, as always, I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand